Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovative, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda, hero like defender of the fatherland, off here to the penultimate episode of this patch. This is we do get a balanced tuning patch hitting here Tuesday the 31st. That is today of this video, when this video goes up on that day. So don't worry, I'll be casting a lot more CoH3 in the future. But just a heads up, there'll be a small balance tuning patch to hopefully fix some of the bigger issues. Though they did point out that they won't be fixing all of them, so I'm guessing we'll have to wait for December and the expansion there. Which, as a side note, if you bought the premium edition, the expansion is going to be free for you, by the way, so that's part of that. Anyways, enough about that. We're off here to 1-1 on road to Tunis. In the west, we've got enemy fighting for the German Deutsches Afrika Korps here with the 15th Panzer Division. In the east stands Meteor Hammer fighting for the British Empire, the Commonwealth here with the 7th Armoured Division, the Desert Rats. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my patron supporters, and a big thanks to Ben for joining this heroic league of extraordinary gentlemen and ladies, and for their continued and generous support of Propagandacaster. So a big thanks to you, Ben, and everyone else, and a big thanks to those who keep commenting and liking the videos. Helps out immensely with YouTube algorithms, which are otherwise a bit mean to me. So, we're off here. We got a Panzer Grenadier bike start here for enemy and the German army, as we got sappers and sections here from Meteor Hammer. And worth noting here, Meteor Hammer's capping order is a bit interesting. He actually goes for the car point first, pushes for the northern high munitions point here, and leaves the fuel point right so it's basically seized by second unit. That is definitely not a capping order I see a lot. Sappers pushing for the bike up north here. Meteor Hammer pushing back their enemies a bike there, the CoH3. Note the Germans actually with two separate types of bikes with the sidecars. There's the Zundup and there's the BMW bike, one of which could actually reverse. Section bring up with the Lee Enfield rifles, bike sort of bit back and forth here. We got here Panzer Grenadiers out there for enemy. South side there, section still moving forwards as well here. Third section on the way there. So very heavy sections built here from Meteor Hammer, a lot of infantry, no Vickers machine guns, which keep the Jerry's heads in the sand or dirt. Panzer pushing for the sun, the fuel point section advancing. And we got a fairly fast take here from enemy, just two Panzer Grenadiers and a bike before going for the light support company. So an aggressive tech strat here, which does seem to be becoming the norm here amongst DAK players, as I've mentioned in some of the other videos. Panzers wing forwards here. Mines here, very early mines here for Meteor Hammer. Obviously, great versus light vehicles, I might try and harass, but does also mean in case of a 250 half-track or anything else like that, he will have some expended munitions, away from anti-tank rifles. And typically, as the British versus the DAK, you really want some early anti-tank rifles, in my experience at least. Going for fourth section, this is a very infantry build here, and I would certainly expect here Meteor Hammer then to go for the infantry train to further boost the sections, because if you get a lot of sections with fast training, they do become very powerful very fast. It gives the British a bit of a good power spike then, can be difficult to deal with for some factions like the Wehrmacht if they're not careful. So, an aggressive build here by Meteor Hammer, and some guys at the same time not too aggressive in how he utilizes it so far. He's clearly a bit on the defensive, perhaps trying to figure out what exactly enemy's up to next. Got an MG34 there for enemy and the German army. No battle group there. Grab the munitions point here. Perhaps he's waiting for the anti-tank rifles before making his move. Hard to say, of course, exactly what Meteor Hammer's game plan here is at the moment. I'm obviously doing a bit of guesswork here, but now he's pushing south here with 3 sections there. I kind of expect some training here, but enemy, of course, Meteor Hammer could surprise me and enemy by not going for it. Panzer going for the fuel point there. Steady advance in the south here. German troops at the ready. Up north is sectioning forwards. Sappers advance well with their Sten guns. Skirmish around the fuel point here. Panzer pushing into the section here. Lee Enfields versus Carnot TKs here. As enemy makes a push there. We got mines to the carve point. So again, further delaying his anti-tank rifles. Again, I can't help but feel that is slightly concerning in some respects. Though so far, enemy is not pushing like anything that does require anti-tank rifles, but I'd say you typically at least want like a relatively fast anti-tank rifle setup. Of course, again, maybe this is all like, see how the metagame is evolving. Most DAK players are expecting fast anti-tank rifles, who aren't bothering with light vehicles, so the British don't have to rush them out. Obviously, that's kind of how the metagame can also work. A second MG34 here, though, for enemy versus Meteor Hammer. That's going to require some light vehicles from Meteor Hammer, or mortars or anything else. We'll have to see. Of course, it could very be possible it's going to go for Indian artillery, calling the Pulson truck, and of course a heavy mortar. Machine gun covering the fuel point here, ready for any British trickery there. Panzerjägers. Cancel the second MU-34 for the Panzerjägergruppe. We got the platoon command post up there. Over to a Meteor hammer. Section they're taking losses. And we do have Indian artillery here with the Valor upgrade. Stuarts, yes indeed. Excellent light tank, in particular there's the Deutsches Afrika Korps. It's also a favourite of the British in North Africa. They in fact call it the Honey Steward. Anyways, Panzers here being hit by 2 sections. Going in hard there for the British Empire. Come on, chaps, shoot hard at the Germans. I'm shooting. Well, not hard enough there, Gerald. Oh, got one, Nigel, got one. Panzers there taking heavy hits here. They're going to have to withdraw. Section pushing in there. Section at the ready. Going to push for that Stuart light tank as soon as possible. Up north here, German Panzerjäger bringing over that Panzerbuchse and the K bolt action rifles. We got the flak filling as well here. Pretty standard stuff there. Of course, will struggle a bit versus a fast Stuart light tank here. MD-34 moving to block a British advance in the south. And routed. Hunters the ready. Second north with the Enfield Rifles. Panzer Pioneer, they're busy up north. Panzerjägers standing tall, and we got the flak feeling moving in. Section moving up. Mines as well from enemy. The Schützenminus 45. Panzerjägers moving up here. Bike did hit a mine there. Mein Gott! Ja, what a waste of material. What about some men? Ah, sehr von Baden-Baden. Oh, well, never mind then. More to that, plus a Stuart light tank here from Meteor Hammer and the 7th Armoured. So there you go. M3 Stuart there, 1/3 of the way done, almost halfway done. But now flak filling the scene here, ripping into the section here, causing immense amounts of damage. MD-34 arriving, there's already got a second Panzerjäger team out. This one in the 250 half-track, the Leichte Schützen Panzerwagen. Up north there, Panzer withdrawn. We got Bren guns up here, the Bren light machine gun, which is actually a British version of the Czechoslovakian ZB-26 made under license with a few small set of modifications to fit British Army specifications. Fun fact there. Alright. Mine set up north there, taking a few casualties there. Even more fun fact is those ZB-26 were actually to service in the German army, because they couldn't produce enough MD-34s and MD-42s, so a lot of, you know, 3rd rate, 4th rate units would actually be Grenadiers were equipped with ZB-26s. Anyways, Panzer forwards here, Stuart second hit there, engage. Mortar firing down here, going to make it hard to get by here for enemy to maintain positions. As they're going to get hit here by the British mortar, the 3-inch pudding tube. Flak filling forwards here, Stuart light tank, going here for deep flank. Machine guns, Panzerjägers here. Pretty aggressive flank. Of course, the Panzerjägers here pose a problem. Not that he's necessarily aware of it, but... Ooh, direct mortar hit in the flak failing. Landing right in the cab and giving the driver a hell of a headache. Flak failing there. Opening up the Stuart. Punching a few holes in the front line. Panzerjägers are punching even larger holes here. Flak filling withdrawing in the south. British forces advancing here. Could try and hit the southern points here. 2/5 half-track remaining in reserve position of the enemy. And the 15th Panzer Division, 5th Panzer Grenadier Company. Stuart withdrawing as the Panzerjägers pull in. And, ooh, yeah, that was not a great serve there for the section here. Sappers also feeling the wrath here of the flak feeling. Back at base here, we've got a 6-pounder gun, we got healing there, we got reinforcements going up. Meanwhile, German forces keeping up the advance here, going for the car point, threatening to cut Meteor Hammer supply lines in half here. We've got 2 Panzerjäger squads backing up here. Needs infantry up there. Of course, the machine gun would also be very handy against all these Panzerjägers. Direct mortar hit there, though. Mortar crew did not make it, and the mortar itself got wrecked there. So, that was definitely a painful blow there to Meteor Hammer and the 7th Armoured Division, 3rd Rifle Company. Meanwhile, we got an ambulance on the way there for enemy and the German army.
Anti-tank crews are on standby for orders.
6-pounder gun ready. Gurkhas also being prepared. I imagine Meteor Hammer will eventually call in these elite Nepalese infantry. But probably not for now. But again, that second all the infantry has. I'm still surprised we haven't yet to see any infantry training. I do understand why to rush out the Stuart first, but, you know, by now, getting infantry training out there, I think, could provide them with some significant value against his opponent. Stuart the Moon straight up the centre here was definitely a big misplay there. In this case, though, the survival package does, as always, says on the 10 and allows the Stuart to disengage from the engagement. If not for that survival package, that Stuart would not have survived. MD-34s on the Panzer guns, got veteran squads up as well for enemy. Thumbs up. I'm guessing that we're going to be looking here at the volunteer infantry builds in there. Go flag filling rush. We've got the 6-pounder gun ready here though. Oh yeah, he's driving in really hard. They're aggressive. Oh, the 6-pounder gun misses. What rotten luck there, or amazing luck, depending on perspective. That miss allows the flak filling to survive an otherwise overly risky and aggressive dive there. That is some amazingly rotten luck there for Meteor Hammer. And we got the Panzers pushing the base here as well. Sounds hard, the British forces are advancing here, but this is definitely gotten a bit awkward here for Meteor Hammer. Over to enemy and the German army, who's gone for armored support. Fuel pond there being ran a neutral. Panzerjägers, Panzergrenadiers doing what they can here, but they are being overwhelmed here by the sheer numbers of British infantry. Stuart there conducting self repairs as the sappers are busy elsewhere. Grenades off there. And there you go, flak filling going to hit those sappers. It's 4 20mm cannons. Sappers there close to being utterly perforated. Stuart setting it again. Almost got the fuel point back here. Still no sign of training here though for Meteor Hammer and the British Army. Occupying here the house with a nice MD-34 team. Stuart moving up, it is veterans who won. Gonna have to pull back here from the field, but as the flak film course strikes again. We got Panzers providing support here. Very good tactical play by enemy, making sure his flak film is always supported. Even got the armor-piercing ammunition here. 6-pounder gun there's going to withdraw. We got those Panzers pushing forwards. No signs of machining gewehr in here for the Panzerjägers. Some players like to go for it, other players not so much. Back at base here, nothing further transpiring, no sign of tech here, in part due to some good fuel harassment, I think, here by Meteor Hammer, which has made it difficult for enemy to get the fuel required to, like, push for the Panzer Commando and, like, any active pace. We also got here the superior fire drills up. We got 456 within 8. Enemy does have a good victory point lead here with Meteor Hammer. And there you go, Stuart racing and catching the Panzergrenadiers in a bit of a precarious position. We got the Bren section as well there, letting loose with the Lee Enfields and of course the Bren gun. And we got the lightest Infanteriegeschütz out here for enemy. And we also got a mortar after, as you noticed here, providing him with extra artillery here. That's going to be a fair amount of artillery here that enemy can bring to bear against Meteor Hammer. And does mean that Meteor Hammer will have to be a bit more careful with the support weapons and just, his positions, because they can quickly find themselves under intense German scrutiny. In particular, if enemy, say, decides to go for another mortar half-track here, that could provide him with a significant amount of light artillery. We'll have to see what exactly he decides to do with all this. Just because he can go for 2 mortar half-tracks and a lot of infantry gun doesn't mean he will, but he could do it. Section as the Panzer Pioneer here, we got the British mortar basically working overtime in this moment, as it's of course been replaced. And is now in a field where there's like a lot of German artillery and they could only grow more numerous. Back at the British base, no sign of tech there. Neither player so far making any overt signs of trying to push for something big. Up Panzer can put a Bren sections here. We got more Bren guards up now. For Meteor Hammer, we got the 6-pounder gun there, trying to provide support, but enemy here definitely about his flak feeling in a manner that makes it difficult for him to see his opponent use the 6-pounder gun. And of course, part of this, and I'll just briefly pause to explain this, is like, he has a rough idea probably where the anti-tank gun is, which is, somewhere around here. So that way you can, like, use the building here to that way, sort of screen the flak feeling. Working on the assumption the anti-tank gun here is, of course, the opponent, assuming, he's going to do that, could, like, place it here. Or maybe here, but again, that's going to be much harder, much more exposed. So in that sense, like, and would also be more likely to be given away here to enemies. So by using, again, here you can, like, cover still like, a fair amount of terrain around here. Obviously not directly here, but as long as the opponent stays around here or here, the flak filling can do a lot of work while protected. So That's a bit of a quick piece of advice as how to like make buildings work in your favor, and why some players of course will try and just destroy these buildings as the match goes on, so the opponent can't do that against them. South side there section moving up, and of course some of this of course is reliant on assumptions and whatnot. But again, good tactics is about, you know, making certain assumptions and, you know, operating out those being true and then making the most optimal, you know, moves under those assumptions. Like again, there's an anti-tank and here tactically then it's prudent to make use of terrain so that way screen against it or still getting optimal lines of fire as much as possible here. So we got the company command post up here, no sign of further tech yet for enemy. So this could be a good springboard here for Meteor Hammer to pull ahead of his opponent with a fast tank or some foot guards. He's got 2 sections now of course with Bren guns. We're still not seeing any training though, which is great for enemy because, you know, that many sections with, say, Bren guns and training would be an absolute nightmare for his infantry and support weapons. Particularly since, you know, 2 of the squads are Panzerjägers, which is definitely going to be, like, folding very fast. It's like any, like, heavily upgraded British infantry. The South Panzergrenadiers of the Bren section here. And there you go, we got a Vickers, I just want for Meteor Hammer. We got the Panzerjägers that are being mauled out in the open, screening for support here. Further south here, the Flakfin running excellent fire cover support here. Riding the section. Up north, a flank here by the Bren section, though a bit risky here since the retreat path would have to go through this way most likely, so if something goes wrong here, this could end up being a bit costly there for Meteor Hammer. But still, note the way he's attacking from the sides rather than straight head on. Very smart here. Machine gun moving up, 6-pounder gun moving up, and we can see enemies now, you know, being pushed more to the defensive here. But the flak filling, of course, proves to be a strong anchor element here for his forces. Grenades on the way there. Very nice. Did technically kind of delay a Crusader tank or whatnot, but at the same time, just, you know, getting access to rifle grenades is very powerful, and of course the other grenades are as well. So, you know, not a bad idea at all. Of course, at some point, he really should get some training up there. Still, Meteor Hammer does have one pressing issue, which is the victory points. He's starting to fall behind me and needs to, you know, pick up on that.
We're losing a victory point.
He needs to pick up on that and needs to pick up on it fast. Do it there again. Back to self-repairs. Why do we have to do all the self-repairs? Can't the sappers just do it? Well, apparently the sappers refuse to work with American equipment. What? I know. A bunch of wankers, aren't they? Exactly. Anyways, pass me the spanner. So, there we go. We do get a Crusader tank here. Could also, of course, go on for the Matilda 2. The Crusader obviously is cheaper and faster, while still packing a hell of a punch versus infantry. I do believe, though, with the enemy, we're still finding... You're fighting them to take them. We've got the Panzermaid Commando up there. Very good. Got artillery called in here. We got the airburst shells. Panzerjägers mostly dodge it, as the entire area there is just being shredded there by airborne shrapnel. Section moving forward, Stuart moving up as well here. South side, flak filling, counter-attacking here. And we got the Crusader tank out here, one of many British tanks that have been used in North Africa. They actually also used older tanks in the Crusaders, just known as A13s, A12s, and 11s, and so on there. Basically, the predecessors of the Crusaders, and in many respects, roughly equipped with the same gun, but slower and, you know, overall just a lot more comfortable to drive around in. Panzer's being mortared with the Vickers. We've got mortar farms taking out there. Does he survive? No, he gets a wipe in the Panzer. We've got double mortar aftertakes opening up the Vickers and wiping it. This is, again, the sort of danger that I was a bit concerned about. They're like, you get double mortar aftertakes, it becomes very difficult for, like, the machine guns to, like, survive something like that. Crusader versus the Panzers here. Actually obliterating Jurgen there with a 6-pounder gun shot straight to the noggin. Routing the Panzergrenadier. But yeah, the Vickers got lost there. The mortar attacks will definitely require an aggressive response if a Meteor Hammer to silence, or they, along with the light infantry gun, are really going to start bleeding him out here. Of course, one thing could also consider at this point is actually withdrawing the Stuart for refitting and getting himself a bigger tank like another Crusader or a Matilda tank here. He's going for more sappers. Definitely not a bad idea either. Bit risky here. Oh, nice flank with the Crusader. And again, note the way he utilized the building here for potential cover from in like guns firing here. Sneaking out there. But can it still like quickly fall back? It needs to. We got artillery coordinates with machine gun. Panther 3 Model L out here for enemy. That's a... we'll wait for that one. The southeast steward moving up. Mine goes off. Nice mine there from enemy. And of course, as a quick side note, but you know, a large part of the German armored forces in North Africa for quite some time under Rommel's command was actually primarily just Panzer 1s and Panzer 2s. Like, only roughly about half the tanks he had were Panzer 3s, and even fewer than that were like, you know, Panzer 4s. And he's got Brand sections, the flak failing, Panzer Peony being routed, Stuart going at it. Grenades here on the Crusader there, the Haftverladnung. Got that Panzer 3 moving up here.
A victory point is being
So,
overrun.
Good bit of back and forth here. 6-pounder gun here versus the flak feeling. Crusader gets it. 6-pounder gun missed. This time it actually hits. This time it actually hits. Almost got it. But no, the flak feeling is once more allowed to get our way. And once more mortar after is set about trying to snuff out the Meteor Hammer support weapons. Over to enemy and the 15th Panzer Division. Second Crusader out. Again, he could just withdraw and refit the Stuart, honestly. Also, I do think part of me would suggest the Matilda here, because right now, enemy doesn't actually like have a lot of like heavy anti-tank weapons. The Matilda could be a nice tool there. That said, we do have the Loiter now, so maybe less so, unless he gets the Pulsing Track out to counter that. Of course, he doesn't know it, probably, but you know. Ooh, incendiary round here for the mortar half-track. Or is that from the light infantry gun? That's the mortar half-track here. Crusader Steward here going for an isolated punching squad on the south here. Nice push here of a Meteor Hammer. Like to infantry recruits being flanked with the Brand section. And we got a Panzer with Kanone 38 out for enemy. Of course, the question here is, will he try and stall for the tank now, or will he just be using it like in case like, you know, gets overwhelmed? Because one Panzer III versus multiple Crusaders is definitely a bit of a risky proposition. There you go. Plus, of course, the mortar after they've engaged. Nice flank of Meteor Hammer and the British Empire. 7th Armoured, the Desert Rats here, having caught the Desert Fox here with his trousers down in the desert. Smoke being deployed here and narrowly saves it. Pack 38 and the Panther gain the Stuart, and there goes Stuart providing covering smoke for the Crusader withdrawing here. We got the flak filling ground with the ammunition here. Crusader trying to support here, doesn't. Second trap up a grenade, doesn't either. And the Stuart is down. Good kill here. We got the section being absolutely destroyed here, deleted even. Huge blow here. 2 Meteor Hammer here from enemy. Massive, staggering even. Like, I'd be able to like, take out the other mortar up, get into the flak filling. I think there's been much more worth it here for Meteor Hammer. Yeah, losing a section and the Stuart only for, you know, a mortar half tank is not ideal for the British, but it is ideal for the Germans. Well, ideal would be no German casualties whatsoever. Got the mortar there abandoned, again cleared up by German mortar half-track fire. Got 325 on 91. South here section moving up. Got another Crusader ready for Meteor Hammer. Thankful of those Crusader tanks. Bring up to crew the mortar once more. Got the Crusader moving forward, see engaging the Panzer Sound. Got mortar firing down death here as well. Smoke being deployed here. Looks to be a larger tank battle going on here. Panzer's there being focused down here. Flak fin with arm-piercing ammunition straight there. Nice use of smoke though, by the way, here by Meteor Hammer to disrupt here enemy's ability to defend. In fact, he might want to like try and extend his front line in some other direction to make this a bit hard to pull, because right now it's almost like everything is hinging on this corner, meaning if that corner gets smoked, enemy's positions are kind of entirely smoked in a sense there. So I think enemy needs to like tactically reassert some new direction. There you go. A lot of the called in here. Going for the Crusader tanks. Need to get out of there. Need to turn around here. Ooh, yikes. Yeah. That was a bit unfortunate there, but could have been worse, I suppose. Pushing him in the pantry in the flak feeling, wiping the mortar crew for the third time, and this time destroying the mortar as well. I did destroy them the first time as well anyways. Crusaders, they need repairs. Might go for more Crusaders. May decide to go for something bigger. We'll have to see. Another Panzer group out here for enemy. Flampanzers. Could go for command tanks. You could also, of course, go for battlefield salvage. We'll have to see what enemy decides on here versus Meteor Hammer. Section moving up for the south. We've got the section as the Panzer Grenadier here by the southern point. Up north here, Panzer with flak flaming support here, ripping through British infantry, leaving the poor bastards to fend for themselves as they are completely invincible. There you go, 6-pounder gun. Shoots. Think you got a hit there, but obviously not enough to finish off Crusader, especially northwards. We see enemies finally extending his front on a bit more towards the rest of the map. Very good.
Report just in. Enemy have 300 points left.
Another Crusader tank here for Meteor Hammer. Panzer's about to have a bad time. There we go. Half tank getting rocked here. As 6-pounder gun shell. There we go. Slam into it. Wrecking the half tank. Panzer's narrowly managed to bail out of it before it got turned into a flaming bathtub. South here, Panzer Grenadier being routed. Leichtes Infantergeschütz Aktien ab.
Crusader cruiser finished.
Fresh Crusader tank out here for Meteor Hammer. Got 176 to 155. Enemy still has a victory point over Meteor Hammer, but Meteor Hammer is sort of slowly to manage, like, you know, close the gap somewhat here. Again, another assault in again, going sort of head on with the Crusaders. I do think he's going to, like, insist on these kind of, like, straight frontal assaults here against enemy. He really should be going for Matildas rather than Crusaders, like. I'll just pause to highlight. I think it'd be better if, like, it was gonna, the Crusaders should, like, go for more diva flanks here or through here, or even try and attack from themselves at the same time. You know, relying on more on the speed. It's like, you know, catch his opponent off guard rather than just attacking, like, through here, where, like, you know, the speed is not really gonna matter too much comparatively. I think that's, like, an important element there to keep in mind. Like, if he's gonna, like, just attack head on like this, he'd be much better served with Matildas, where the speed's not really gonna matter as much, and where, like, you know, having thick frontal armor and more health is going to be a lot more useful in these kind of attacks. That's like the thing with the British, like, you can make those decisions there, like your force composition, like, you know, if you really want to go for those end assaults, you kind of want Matildas, but if you're looking for more aggressive flanks, you're kind of looking for Crusaders. Or Grants. And if you just like having a lot of guns, you're obviously looking for Grants as well. Or if you like taking off people who hit on the Matilda or the Lee on the ground, you can also go for the ground. Anyways, 6-pounder gun on the way here, though, for Meteor Hammer. Got the center secured here. British front line now, much needed here. German forces obviously themselves in a bit of a precarious position. No armed reserves in. Of course, we can see that in the same way that, you know, there's a bit of risk of, like, you know, attacking it on, trying to just defend from here, like on this angle. Can also, of course, have its risks here. In particular, the opponent keeps building up more tanks and just enemy is sort of just bleeding himself out. And isn't, like, getting more tanks himself either.
I've seen more scary tanks and cars back home. Position taken. Forget to bring petrol or what?
Go.
Tank, weapon, and crew.
Another Pack 38 here, and 6-pounder gun ready. Counter thieves, flak filling up.
The enemy is down to 200 points.
200 points. Now we can see Meteor has really managed to, like, close the gap between them.
We're losing a victory.
He's in fact almost overtaken here enemy in terms of victory points now. Taking out the Brent guns. Panzer's been caught here with the Brent 6 and Crusaders firing in there. Tank from south sides. To a degree, they're mostly east side here. Panzer is at it. In the south, though, we do have what appears to be a small breakout attempt here by enemy. Panzer 3 backed up with the flak filling here. Sneaking up for the south flank here, almost taking out one of Meteor Hammer's sections. And the Panzer Grenadiers are being absolutely demolished here by the Crusaders. There you go. Pack 38 ready. Panzer is at the ready here. Flak filling trying to provide some assistance. Still no training, though? No training. Still no training. Only sound like, you know, howitzers or whatnot. I do think particularly, like, he's going to go again for that many tanks. You know, training for them is, like, great. Could always just go for more Crusaders, so he's just going to keep going for more Crusaders. But onto that point again, training becomes even more applicable.
Artillery barrage
Quick air shield here on the southern victory point. There we got 168 to 144. Enemies now trailing behind Meteor Hammer, who is now ascending. The British Empire holds the banner of the King High or something. Anyways, Panzer's doing more, but the Crusader tank here. Panzer and Force Panther supporting. Flak feeling loose here. Pack 38 inching forwards here. Heavy Crusader fire there. Got another loiter. Still no anti-aircraft guns here though from Meteor Hammer. No Pulsing trucks to try and match the Luftwaffe's aces. Fourth Crusader's almost done. But still he got out of it, and I think mostly safely. South side here though, Panzer's been caught here with the Brent section. Got rifle grenades off here. Panzer's there ducking for whatever approximates cover in the middle of the bloody road, which honestly isn't very much. Meanwhile, German forces advancing, catching the 6-pounder crew there, making intensely short work of it and proceeding to destroy the gun here. Still no sign of additional tanks here though from enemy. And the flak feeling again escapes to the wrath of the British Empire, the wrath of Churchill. Over to enemy. It's a German army. He's got plenty of manpower and a good amount of fuel here, so I don't know what exactly his plan is here. Is it going to be armored reserves? Is it going to be more Panther fleets or Flak 36? Probably not. But he does need to, like, you know, work hard on map control here. Oh, we do get a Panther 4 command tank. The failed Panzerwagen, based off the Panther 4 F2, which certainly would also have been a good portion of all the Panther 4s they did have in North Africa for, you know, until basically Tunisia and Rommel had, you know, been tucked off after his nervous breakdown. It's like, you know, well, you know, Panther 4s with short-barreled guns. So all the way though, Panther 4 F2 command tank going up here. Fixing up the Panzer 3. Not so often you see the command tank here from the DAK, but it's definitely not a bad tank. It's just a rare tank. And another Crusader here for Meteor Hammer. That's going to be 5 Crusaders? Yeah. That's going to be a full platoon of Crusader tanks there, squadron. Since British tank kind of tend to follow cavalry traditions a lot. .98 was on a 6 here. And he's managed to bring up the gap here again between the two. What would take? Black Phoenix hits from the 6-pounder guns here. Crusaders, again, not quite relying on the speed here a lot. Could deploy some smoke screens from the mortar if he still has it, which he doesn't. Nice bring up here. Again, main force part of the platoon is taking head on. Looks like the other Crusaders might be sort of more on the pincer, but it's clearly not quite working out for him. And in fact, he's kind of forgotten about the northern end of the pincer, which is going to get destroyed here now, without really doing too much. Meanwhile, the other Crusaders are moving very slowly. It does feel like a slightly poorly executed attack here by Meteor Hammer with like 5 Crusaders. I think would have done a lot more, particularly supported by infantry, but instead of like relying on the speed and mobility of the Crusaders, he just relied on just raw power, which I think with the command tank to back up here enemy strong point suddenly became a lot more painful and a lot harder to like do successfully. Still, he only lost 1 Crusaders is not all bad here for Meteor Hammer, but at the same time things are clearly also starting to see some problems. Plus, most of his Crusaders are heavily damaged. He's only got he's got 2 sapper sections. The one's about to get wiped out if he's not careful. Diving in the Crusader again, they're right into the German lines once more. Command tank, Panther and Pack 30 to reach, withstand and repulse the British attackers. Crusader withdrawing there.
Panzer Grenadiers are fully replenished.
Ambulance at the front line. Heading northwards with a Panzer Grenadier in the Ace Crusader holding up here. South side, we got British forces moving up. Crusaders there, both in need of heavy repairs. There you go. Panzer is being snapped here with the Crusader tank. It's 6-pounder gun there, leaving quite a few men dead in the desert. 106 versus 59. Going for that north-southern victory point when he finally remembers it exists. Sab's coming up to fix those Crusader tanks. It's worth noting he's actually splitting up the attention here. Does he have any repair kits upgrade? He does not. That's arguably a bit on the other side as well here. We got 106 versus 55. Lactis infantry shots are seen flying towards the south. Quick note though, the 18 in the name is deceptive. This was meant to like give the Allies the impression they had the gun by World War I towards the end, but they actually developed the gun after that. That was basically like, you know, one of the many breaches of the treaties they were supposed to, like, you know, not break. Even the Kar-9TK was sort of like that as well. It did a lot of that, by the way. Anyways, we got an armored column here, though, from enemy, pushing over to the Panther V, the command tank, the flak feeling a lot of infantry. Drains the 6-pounder guns and the Crusaders here, though. Big push here. Artillery, though, being called in by the British to halt the German advance in the northern victory point here. And enemy's push is thwarted. Another Crusader tank here, and I still think he has not gone for any training whatsoever. Which is definitely a bit of an oversight for sure here, I think, by Meteor Hammer. As it really is like just one of those big British advantages, is like just training. It is such an advantage, such an edge. Anyways, over here to Meteor Hammer. 55 versus 84 here. Definitely a bit of risky engagement on here by enemy here, like extending his tanks and flak filling into like this. But we are starting to see Meteor Hammer at least utilizing his Crusaders a bit more flexibly and trying to like play them more to their advantage, though still a bit of a tendency to like sink them towards the center there. Almost got the Ace Panzer Escort there, white plus core, but does look like here enemies won't be able to salvage them out of the situation. Crusader then trouble in the center here. Almost got the mortar attack here though. Close call, and got it. Mortar attack goes up, but the Crusader as well combusts under ruthless and accurate German anti-tank on fire here. And certainly a mortar attack for a Crusader is a good trade for the Germans, less so for the British. All rushing with the Crusader, flak feeling that right to the Crusaders. This is ace level that can take a few more hits, but the question is, can it take that many more hits? And of course the answer to that is a resounding 9. As it lights up there like a circus by a volcano. Anyways, Panther V moving up here. Command tank up, so back up the Pack 38s here. Section caught in trouble. Crusader backing off here, shooting, missing the command tank there. Up north, Crusader at the ready.
We're losing a munitions point.
It's Pack 38 moving up, Panther V and command tank as well. The Crusaders counter-attacking. And we got airburst shells as well here, but missing the Pack 38s. But the Panzers, though, are definitely not missing. They're getting absolutely ripped apart there. Almost wiping out the entire squad there. Got 55 versus 59.
Victory point is in enemy hands.
Everything is hanging on the balance here, it feels like. Still got those 5 Crusaders constantly replacing the lost ones, the new ones, but still not getting training for them. At this point, this feels more like a Soviet approach. There's just lots of tanks with Christie suspensions. With light to no infantry supporting head-on assaults.
One last stand, gentlemen.
50 versus 59. Panther hitting it from the Crusader tanks here. Pack voting up again here. Large line here of guns just firing off from each side. There you go. Crusader tank combusts under the Pack crew's accurate gunfire here. North here pumping ceased. Artillery firing down there. We got the command tank charging straight into all the Crusaders. Rather reckless there by enemy and could cost them. We got the loiter that called in here. Oh, Crusaders take the bait, the pursuit into the loiter. One Crusader tank is lit up here, pushing forwards here. Diving straight into every gun. The Crusaders are being utterly blanketed there and are just blowing up here. It's a massive sewer charge here. And with that, all of the Crusaders are down. We got an airburst shell call in here, though, on the Pack face and the ambulance. Ambulance takes a resounding hit. Pack crew takes a as well, but it's just not enough to make up for the loss he just suffered there. Got 22 versus 59. 16. 13. 10. 7. 4. 1 and GG. In the end, Meteor Hammer felt was so close, but tactically I think he just kept relying too much on like in the Crusaders, like he was spread up playing the Soviets. And like with the way the Crusaders are currently, you can kind of get away with that. But against like a good German gun line like that, it becomes a lot more difficult. Like a lot of the time, I feel like he'd done a lot more than just put off a good flank with the Crusaders, or had he gone for Matildas. And of course, the other element, he probably would have benefited like just from a Pulsion truck to like help deal with some of the German, like, you know, aircraft from time to time. There's also just the lack of training, which I definitely think did not assist Meteor Hammer. Enemy, though, definitely, like, you know, could also been more active at times. I do think at times he was a bit too passive, a bit too reliant on his opponent just saying into him. Could maybe also benefit from some more upgrades here and there as well. Or, you know, maybe some more Panther Thieves, like, even, like, maybe consider Flak 36. But, oh, wait, there you go, though. Nice match here. Second to last one of this patch. There'll be one last match here of the old patch tomorrow, so I can, like, find some exciting matches from the new one. So, of course, feel free to send me in there. But thank you all for joining in. See you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.